Hello and welcome to the Food Battles channel. I have not actually done a video for several years on the Food Battle channels because it's generally this channel's not that great for my health, stuffing my face full of all that stuff. However, I need some dinner today and I got this, the Cauliflower Good and Gather Crust Pizza, cauliflower crust. Now, I've had cauliflower crust before, but that was the vegetarian one and it sucked. So we're going to see, is it the cauliflower crust that makes it suck, or did that other pizza with the toppings just suck? This one's just the cheese one, and nutrition-wise, it is a little bit better, only 65% of the cholesterol for per pizza per day, and 60% of the saturated fat. I don't eat too much sodium or saturated fat outside of dinner, so that's perfectly fine with me. So we're going to see if this cauliflower crust pizza can actually be a decent crust. Last time it sucked, maybe this time it'll be different. Well, we actually used a full oven to cook it. Didn't use Easy Bake or any of the cheap methods that would cheapen the taste. And just by looking at it, you can see the cheese does not look nearly as good as that on a high quality delivery or Costco or even maybe a DiGiorno pizza. So basically the cheese does not look all that scrumptious. I don't think there's as much sauce as those pizzas either, but I guess Good and Gather wants to be a little bit healthy. There are no toppings, it's just a cheese pizza. And I gotta deduct some points for that because if it's a cheese pizza, you gotta have better cheese or more cheese. But let's see how this actually tastes. Okay, the cheese is subpar, but the crust right now isn't too bad. Good and Gather does make like hard, like cracker type crusts, and this one's actually better than the other one that I've actually had. Let's see what the actual crust tastes like. It's actually not bad. This part right here, has that hint of cauliflower taste, which actually gives it like a unique kind of like punch taste. It's not a long lasting taste, but it's like when you first bite into it, it's like, cauliflower, and it's actually not that bad. Now, if you hate cauliflower, you're not going to like it, but I think it's actually pretty good. The crunch on the crust is not bad either. Yeah, when you first bite into it, you get that poof of cauliflower taste, and that actually does take it up a level. It's definitely not the best crust I've had, but this is acceptable. This is way better than their mushroom pizza crust. That crust is really awful. This one has like a very nice crunch at the end, and pretty much, it flows nicely into the pizza. The tomato sauce is lackluster. I would say the cheese is definitely lackluster, and there's not much of it. And this being a cheese pizza, you gotta knock it a couple of points for that. But it is $6 for a pizza. The calories in the entire pizza, there is about 650, 700 calories per pizza. That's actually generally not enough for me for dinner because I generally eat 2 meals a day with some snacks in between, and I do need about 2,000 calories per day to fuel my body because I am very active. I go fishing a lot, and I also do a lot of biking as well. So this pizza, taste-wise, I have to give it like a 4.5 out of 10. For a cheese pizza, the quality of cheese on this pizza actually really knocks it down. Nutritional value, if I had about the same number of calories as other store-bought pizzas, it would be almost the same, but because it's this pizza is a little bit smaller, it doesn't have quite as much sodium and quite as much fat. But, that's just because I'm eating less pizza. I could just eat part of the other pizzas. It's not as good as delivery. It's not as good as DiGiorno. It's not as good as Costco pizza. But I guess if you just want like a small, decently hearty meal and you don't really care about like how the cheese tastes, I mean, the cheese isn't like super bad, but like it's just not up to par. And if you just want like a kind of like a pizza, I guess this would actually fill. But overall, I got to give it only a 4.5 out of 10 because it's not very appetizing when you look at it. The cauliflower punch actually does bring it up a level. It would have only gotten like a 3.5 out of 10 if it wasn't for that. But it's actually overall not that appetizing. Just the texture, the look of the pizza, and the actual taste of it. Definitely kind of a subpar pizza. I think I prefer pretty much like even Red Baron over this particular pizza. If you got a cheese pizza, guys, you got to make sure the cheese is good. And the cheese on this pizza, not very good. So Good and Gather, maybe a little bit healthier than most pizzas, but the taste is not there. So let me know what you think of these pizzas. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys next time.